Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Wheel of Horror. This is episode 12, and there's no other movies added. So let's just spin the wheel and see what we're going to get. Is this going to be the day that we get Tremors? And it is! We got Tremors, Tim! No, I'm calling him. Hold on. I'm calling him. Is he going to answer?
Hello?
Hi, Tim.
What's up?
I wanted to tell you that I just spun the Wheel of Horror, and I got Tremors.
Hey! Finally.
I know. I was like, let's see if today's going to be the day we get Tremors, and it finally happened.
Took you long enough.
Yeah, so I wanted to let you know, and if you want to watch it together, we could probably watch it together.
Alright, we can come up with a plan.
All right. All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. You heard it there. Tim's pretty excited. So let's get to the review. Tremors was released in 1990 and was directed by Ron Underwood. It stars Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward and is about the small town of Perfection. There's some weird murders that are going on, and we don't really know what they're about until we do. So my friend Tim suggested this movie, which thank you again, Tim, for suggesting it. We watched it last night. This was my first time seeing it, and I loved it. It is such a fun horror movie. It really doesn't feel like it's a horror movie, though, at times. It feels like it's a blend of so many different genres, like science fiction and action and adventure and comedy and even a little bit of horror. It just feels like everything just blended together to perfectly make this movie, which, let's get into some pros of this movie. The first pro is definitely going to be Kevin Bacon. I mean, come on. It's Kevin Bacon. He's amazing in this movie. He plays this repairman named Val. He's great. There's not much to say. He has a great accent with it. His character is very funny. He has the one F word of the movie, which is hilarious. And just overall, he has a great character. He has an arc, which is very rare in horror movies, that a character actually has an arc, which he does. He starts off like a little bit sexist with some ideals, but as the movie goes on, you see them start to fade away a little bit, which I really liked. Another pro of this movie is definitely going to be Fred Ward. I mean, he's Kevin Bacon's friend in the movie. He's great too. He's funny. He has a lot of funny lines. There's just so many actors in this movie and actresses who are well known, and it was really weird to see in this, like, I don't want to say low budget, because I think it had a budget of like 10 million, but in this just weird science fiction movie. Another pro of this movie definitely has to be the Tremors, or the Graboids, as they're called in the movie. The models of them are so great. I mean, they look pretty realistic. Not even gonna lie, they do look pretty realistic. And from the 1990s to have a big monster look realistic, it's really impressive. One more pro of this movie has to be the fun nature of it. I mean, there's times where it doesn't even feel like a horror movie anymore, like I said before. And I love those scenes. I mean, they really did a great job of showing growth between characters while also throwing in a lot of comedy to make the audience laugh and not just feel tense the entire time like some horror movies do, which that works if that's what you're going for, but you could tell this wasn't what the movie was going for. It was going to try to make you laugh, trying to scare you a little bit, and trying to make you just have fun, which I think it really succeeds at. This movie really has a similar vibe to Sleepaway Camp, in that they're both just really fun horror movies. I would say that Sleepaway Camp is a little bit scarier, but I feel like Tremors is a lot more fun than Sleepaway Camp, although I love Sleepaway Camp, and you guys know how I feel with that review, which, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a great review. But after those pros, there are a few cons, and I think one of them has to be the female character of Rhonda. And it's not her specifically, it's that movies within the 90s, horror movies within the 90s, had something with female characters where they try to declothe them in any way that they can to try to show more skin, to please the male audience. Like Leprechaun 4 in space does it, and there's countless other movies that do it. And it just really doesn't fit in this movie. It felt really out of place. But I do appreciate the fact that they don't linger on it too long. One of the characters automatically gives her pants once hers are ripped off, which, that's not a spoiler. I mean, pants getting ripped off. Come on, if you're going to complain that's a spoiler, don't. I think one last con of this movie is that it really isn't that scary. So if you're going in thinking that it's going to be a really terrifying movie, don't. It's not. It's trying to be really fun. Give like a few little ooh, or ooh, that was nasty. Just a little bit of that, and it does great in those moments. Before I give this rating, I do want to give one more pro, which is the special effects. The blood and gore is amazing in this movie. Whoever did that, hats off to you. You did a great job, man. So, overall, I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10, and I definitely recommend it. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. Watch it with friends. It makes it a lot funnier. It's really enjoyable, and you won't regret watching it. So thank you everyone for watching this review, and thank you again to Tim for suggesting this movie. If anyone has some other movie suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. But let's flash forward to the next review.